Hi, I'm Mark Ryman, Learning Center agronomist.
And I'm Alex Rosa, TFA here at the center.
And we're out in the field here at the Learning Center, kind of taking a look at corn during that critical growth stage and kind of inspecting it, seeing what's going on, looking at things like diseases, insects, and another topic, water use. And Alex got some information on water use.
Sure, so here at the center at this time of the growing season, we are seeing corn reaching the VT-R1 growth stage. And that's the time that the corn plant requires most of the water during its growing season. And so most of that water is required from VT up to R3, and that amount goes around 0.32 inches of water per day on average, right, Mark?
Yeah, so it is on average. If you look at what happened over the past week, during kind of like that last Thursday, Friday, we were using close to that 32 hundredths of an inch a day. And then as we moved in to kind of early this week, kind of Monday, Tuesday, that water use started to drop off. We got very humid. We got very kind of normal temperatures in the low 80s to mid 80s. We had a lot of clouds and our water use decreased. And that left us using about 60 hundredths less water than we expected on the week. That gives you a good chance with weather conditions like that to catch up on irrigation. But of course, if we get some weather that goes the other direction, you can really spike that water use above average. So what's kind of the next week look like, Alex?
Sure, so pretty much like this weekend and early next week, we'll keep those conditions that you mentioned, like where probably the corn plant has lower evapotranspiration, so you wouldn't necessarily need those 0.32 inches of water a day, but definitely going towards the end of the week, we are gonna go back to that scenario of 95 to 100 Fahrenheit a day and lack of rainfall. So we might measure and see how it goes from there.
Yeah, so that's kind of a good watch out to be looking for. We've had some pretty, I think, relaxed days in terms of water use, but it could be moving back up pretty quickly. Another thing we've been hearing about, and just one of those things where you're looking at your field, scouting for water use, would be to scout for insects. We've heard a lot about western bean cutworm flights showing up, some of them very heavy in areas, certainly above treatment thresholds. So that's another thing to be out there scouting for, making sure that, for the most part, if we haven't had a lot of wind and hail, the corn crop seems to look pretty good right now. Let's keep it looking that way. Make sure we're watching the insects, watching the diseases, and right now, making sure we're watching out for that water. So next week, we look forward to bringing you some more information about soybean water use, and we'll be seeing you here from the Learning Center.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching this video from the Gothenburg Water Utilization Learning Center. For more information, please call 308-537-4500.